What's going on? What's going on? This is going to be about NBA playoff game losers. And this one is about the Nuggets and the Pistons. Both these series I thought would go 7 games. One of them will be, the other is over. I thought, wow, two very evenly matched situations. But I'll get into the strangeness of the second situation. But the first game, Denver had a chance to kind of, both these games, it was the third quarter where there was a point differential. The Clippers just pulled away, and the Nuggets did not have the same firepower balance as they did in Game 5. Jokic scored more this game, but Michael Portis didn't. And Jamal Murray scored half of what he did in Game 5. So, obviously, the 43-point outburst to a 21-point is the differential. Kawhi Leonard scored better. The Clippers had a balance of their main guys. James Harden was like a plus 17 scoring. So, that was a biggie. And the thing about it is that I figured this would be a 7-game series. They're very evenly matched. It's one of them series that it's a heavyweight fight. And if you take the pros and pluses of both sides, it could go either way. So that's why we got a Game 7 here. This is not really a shock or surprise. Denver is an inconsistent team, even though I think that they do have I think Jokic has a strong supporting cast. They just don't bring it every night. Westbrook had a pretty good game off the bench. They just don't play with consistency. That's their problem, and they don't play no defense. If they play with consistency and defense, this team would be at worst the second best team in the West, and Jokic would be competing for chips. But they just are a team that just doesn't play with consistency. And then you get the Clippers, who, if they're healthy and Tyronn Lue has a good game plan, they can be a problem. They just have to be able to make a couple stops and keep their health. So this is going to go Game 7, winner take all next game. And I ain't got no problem with this one going 7. I think they very, evenly matched. It's just the Nuggets couldn't, that third quarter, and the Clippers had enough just to offset. So, a couple plays here and there. This series, and we're going to see out of Kawhi Leonard and Jokic, who wants it more in Game 7. So that's going to be big. Now, as far as the Knicks and the Pistons, Jalen Brunson hit big shots, but the Pistons, how do you lose 3 games at the crib? How do you do that? Bigger stuff from them can say all about this and that, but they dropped 3 games.